We work on making the complex things simple and taking care of the core tasks so that businesses can get back to running their business beautifully. I think it's important for me to build the diverse and inclusive teams, and finding the right skills with the diverse background is often a challenging task. In general, I would say my personal management philosophy is be kind, have compassion, dedication, empathy, and respect towards your team members and towards each other. I want to make sure that I'm providing each person with the opportunities to learn and grow. And that's how I think it's important to retain the talent as well.
We are here with Vidya Moore, Head of Engineering at Xero, a cloud-based accounting software platform that gives small businesses access to real-time financial data at any time with over 2.7 million subscribers globally. I am just so thrilled to have Vidya on today. She is an engineering leader, a diversity champion, and an amazing representation of women in tech. Vidya, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And first of all, thank you for having me. Great to be here.
Could you start by telling us more about Xero as a company, your role, and the journey that got you to where you are?
Definitely. So as you mentioned, about Xero is a beautiful software and easy to use cloud platform for small scale businesses and advisors. Our purpose at Xero is to make life better for our customers and communities around the world. And our mission is to rewire the world of small businesses, making it seamless, simple, and smarter. We work on making the complex things simple and taking care of the core tasks so that businesses can get back to running their business beautifully. And we have over 3 million subscribers globally, and it's growing every single minute. So it's really exciting journey so far. And as per my role, so I'm currently working as head of engineering, leading engineering teams in the US as well as UK. These teams build awesome tracks product used by small businesses, and I'm also helping to help drive the strategy and vision for the technology landscape to build a sustainable, excellent engineering to advance our world-class software engineering environment in Xero, so which is really close to my heart. So my journey to get here, and it's very interesting that you asked. So prior to Xero, I worked with mostly consulting firms like EY, PwC, KPMG, Capgemini, as well as financial firms like Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Citibank, and I held roles from the software engineering to solution architect to engineering leader. And I wanted to have an opportunity to lead the team of best engineers to build meaningful products that serve millions of people around the world. So I was looking for the role that is fun as well as challenging, and I get to learn every day because I'm like a continuous learner, you said. But where at the same time, I can solve the complex problems for the customers and contribute my experience in management and leadership to empower my team as well as to enable the innovation. So when I learned about this opportunity, at Xero, the head of engineering role at Xero, I couldn't say no to the recruiter because it's aligned with my experience and expectations. So I just wanted to give it a try, and here I am. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey. Now, you just published your first story on engineering management some time back, which documents your management philosophy and what you've learned during your 9+ years of engineering management. I would love to take some time to unpack some of the topics that you highlighted in the article, starting with a quote by Project Oxygen that you mentioned was your favorite quote, which is, quote, "Engineers hate being micromanaged on the technical side, but love being closely managed on the career side." Can you unpack this for us a little bit? What does it mean? Why is it your favorite quote? And how does adopting this understanding impact retention?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. And first of all, thanks for reading my blog. I'm so glad that you put some time to read that. But yeah, I personally believe the good leader empowers the team and does not micromanage. So what does it mean? So and I would definitely in my own words, like I do feel that it's important to create an inclusive and psychological safe environment for your team, to show the concern for your team and like show that they're like tell them when they're successful and when they're not, focus on their real win. So most of the engineers that I have worked with, or in general, I have noticed that they're great in solving the technical problems, but they have sometimes no idea about what they want in their career, what they want to go like next in their career path. So as a leader, we need to invest some time and effort to identify each team member's like unique strengths and weaknesses, to support their career development and discuss their performances. And that's how like we can help them to be successful. So when it comes to building the teams, it's important for me that we build the diverse and inclusive teams. So I always aim to be someone like who leads with empathy, who listens, who creates a collaborative environment. And as a leader, I believe like we are developing people for the next step in their career. So when that's like if it is on my team or like if it is on other team, I want to make sure that I'm providing each person with the opportunities to learn and grow. And that's how I think it's important to retain the talent as well.
And you just kind of touched on this
Mhm.
in the answer you just gave me, but unpack a little bit.
Mhm.
Talk to us about your current management philosophy. What is your overall approach to things like leadership and communication and even ambiguity? And how has it been shaped or changed or grown over the past few years?
Yeah, glad that you asked because yes, past few years all have dealt with the ambiguity, uncertainty, and so many things, so many unexpected things in our life. But even like in general, I would say my personal management philosophy is be kind, have compassion, dedication, empathy, and respect with your team members and towards each other. So I do believe like you have to show your team you care. And I do implement this in my day to day life. And it turned out that it was an important factor during the pandemic because everyone was like dealing with uncertainty. And just to actually have someone who cared for them was like very important for everyone. So I have passion to help the team grow and empower my team members. And like throughout my experience, throughout my career journey, I have observed that we have to build trust in your team and enable them to do their best, so that like they can we can provide them platform where they can be successful. So as a head of engineering, diversity and empowerment is a key focus of my engineering leadership. I have deep passion of building this diverse workforce, and I believe like without it, we cannot achieve our goals. I love to inform myself about different cultures, different opinions, different perspective, and I deeply appreciate the beauty this diversity brings to teams and our organizations. So that's something I would say is my
Now,
preference.
women in tech is a big conversation.
Mhm.
You're an inspiration to so many, both women and men, trying to break the biases in this sector. Talk to us about some of the challenges you have faced in the hiring processes. In the hiring processes, especially being a woman in tech, and how company culture towards this topic has impacted workplace satisfaction for you.
Yeah, great question. Maybe another great question. Yeah, so there are challenges, that's for sure. So empowering women in tech, it's something very close to my heart. As the tech area, it's still dominated by men. And there is need of helping other women out there. So this is a big challenge, I would say. Most of the women in tech are often the only ones in their group, and I have been there. So being the only one has taught me so many lifelong experiences. There were like challenges as well as learning, and it's a continuous learning, as I said. So I learned how important it is to build your support system, find the right mentors, find the right sponsors, and that's how you can actually like deal with those challenges. But I'm grateful to be part of this number of initiatives, like number of diversity and inclusive initiatives at Xero, including one focused on recruiting the more trans, non-binary, and women candidates in engineering, which is like I'm directly involved in. Each initiative is centered around finding the diverse talent, growing and lifting the diverse population within the company, and amplifying and engaging their voices to provide an environment where they can do their best work. So I guess Geo has been doing great initiatives to actually deal with this challenge, and we have been successful so far with this.
Now, I really enjoy looking through Xero's company updates and seeing the insights in the culture and the education and the different approaches that the company takes to foster growth for employees. Could you unpack a little bit on what does Xero offer in terms of culture and perks and benefits that you believe is really motivating for prospective employees?
Oh, wonderful. And thanks for actually spending time on our website and finding all these things. But yeah, I would love to add a few things here. So at Zero, we are accountable for creating an inclusive culture. I know I've said it many times, but that's part of our culture. And we are committed to attracting diverse talent and hiring fairly. So, what does it mean? So, we value diversity because it reflects and serve our customers and ensure our people ensure that people thrive. The key principle of our diversity and inclusive policies are like we are accountable to create the inclusive culture. We are committed to attracting the diverse, talented people. We support flexible ways of working. We are committed to equal pay and equal work. And we have an obligation to champion diversity and inclusive community. We also have around 8 employee resource group we call ERG in America, including an Asian Pacific Islander ERG that I'm part of personally, and I have been involved in various initiatives with it. And apart from that, we also have LGBTQIA, Black, parents, women, and Indigenous Latinos ERGs. And we continuously have like multiple events, multiple collaborative sessions and initiatives throughout the year, which is, I think, like phenomenal. About other benefits, I think we have great parental leave policy. Like all primary care, regardless of how they become parents, are entitled to parental leave payments that are equivalent to 26 weeks. And we also have generous leave policies. That is, in general, we have like wellness days, well-being days, extra paid leaves, like for holidays, as well as the medical benefits are great as well comparing to other competitors. So yeah, there are not all but few of the benefits that I like. And if anyone is interested, there is like all the other benefits that we have are listed in our website as well.
Now, the turnover rate for the tech industry in general is a little over 13%, which is higher than any other industry. And some of the reasons attributed to that have included how employees are feeling about the problem they're solving and work life balance and recognition. How much of a role do you believe having passion for your work plays in tech retention? And what problem is Xero solving that excites tech talent?
Yeah, Uh, that's a that's a great viewpoint that you brought here, and I do believe personally, like you have to love what you do, right? You have to have that passion towards your work or towards like your day to day life that you're doing, you know. So. For personally, I'm passionate about technology and building products that have a positive impact. I'm always fascinated, like while growing, like I was always fascinated by solving problems that would help people. So my personal passion aligns very well with Zero's purpose to make life better for people and the small businesses and the communities around the world by helping them succeed through the better tools and informations and connections. Because I believe like when they succeed, they make a difference. And when millions of small businesses succeed, we all are making differences. And that's how the world is going to be a beautiful place. So, personally, I believe this is how we are making positive impact on small businesses with our beautiful platform. And this excites me. Trust me, this excites me to go to work every day because I know that I'm working towards helping the small scale business community. And that's what excites my team as well, because we know we are solving these complex problems in accounting to make our customers' life better. At the same time, we get to have fun as well as great benefits that Zero provides. So that definitely help us moving, like helping towards the retention.
Vidya, I appreciate that answer so much. And it's so nice to see a leader so passionate about what they're doing, because naturally that passion trickles down to the rest of the team. Now, what do you believe are the top hiring challenges facing tech departments today? And where do you think companies can start with facing these issues?
Yeah, so I know I mentioned that a couple of times, but I think it's important for me to build the diverse and inclusive teams, and finding the right skills with the diverse background is often a challenging task. Uh, at Zero, we take this very seriously. Like we make sure how can we make how can we bridge the gap, even it is the gender or like the minority or any other talent skills, you know. So we conduct market research, we analyze the existing data and reach out to the right candidates to make sure we are actually working towards our the tech scale OKRs. We make sure that there is no conscious or unconscious biases when we are hiring or like while we are interviewing. So just to give you some examples, uh, at Zero, and we have like special talent experience team we call TX. Our TX team strongly encourages like diverse interview panel of 2 or 3 people at the same time, rather than having those one-on-one interviews, which help us reduce the unconscious biases. We also have like monthly hiring at Zero sessions designed to equip interviewers with fundamentals of interviewing and diversity and inclusion, so that it prepares them to actually attract the right candidate and make sure we bridge the gap with these challenges in the technology world. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
And Vidya, last question for you. At Solvable, we are all about what drives purpose and meaning for people at work. So I'd love to know what drives purpose and meaning for you at Xero.
Wonderful. I'm glad that you asked that because I do have my favorite thing at Zero, which we call like hashtag human value of Zero. We have 5 different values, but the hashtag human value is very close to me. And what does it mean is like we at Zeros are authentic, inclusive, and we really care about each other. We are kind and assume that this is the best intent. We are inclusive, approachable, and show empathy. We are willing to be vulnerable, sharing our fears, failures, and learning. And as I mentioned before, I'm passionate about technology and building products that have positive impact. So, knowing that, here at Zero, we are making positive impact on more than 3 million users with our beautiful platform drives my purpose and meaning for me at my org. Thank you.
Vidya, thanks so much for being on with us today. And thank you all for listening to Architects of Contemporary Hiring.
Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.